Hello. Hey guys, Bearded Bricks bringing you guys another video. Today we're going to be comparing the two Millennium Falcons that released over the last 5 years. So we have set 75257, which is the Millennium Falcon from the last Skywalker, and the Dark Millennium Falcon from the Rebuild the Galaxy series that is now out, by the way. If you guys haven't checked it out yet, definitely recommend you guys do. I think it's pretty neat. We're going to be comparing the two sets, the figures that come with it, and the prices, and ultimately which one should you buy. A little background, this Falcon is going to be out for a couple more years. The regular Millennium Falcon released 4 or 5 years ago. It's going to be retiring soon. I'm fairly certain of that. So there is always a chance that LEGO extends this ship's, time on the wall. But I believe this set is set to go away this year because the new Millennium Falcon is out. So, if you want to get it, buy it before it's out of stock because it's not coming back. So first things first, we're going to begin comparing the builds of the sets versus each other, and then ultimately, hopefully, that'll help let you guys decide which build is better. I will let you know right now, there is not many differences in these sets. One is evil, one isn't. I'm going to point out some of those differences just as we go through this because this is going to go by really quick. So, obviously, with the original Millennium Falcon, it is the Millennium Falcon that we are used to. It is the one that Han Solo had, and then Lando. And ultimately, it is a little beat up. It definitely is built to show its age as far as what it is supposed to be. I don't know. I like it with this plate on the front, just for context. So, obviously, we have the swivel turret on the top. We have the swivel turret on the bottom as well. Here, and they do both spin. The radar dish on the top is here as well, and it is pretty much the same as every other Millennium Falcon before it as far as the roof canopy goes. You have some details and stickers on the top. On the back, you have the blue hyperdrive engines, which are very nice on this set. And then on the inside of this set, as you guys can see here, if I just take it off, you guys do see we have 2 beds for them to sleep on. We have the blue hyperdrive, and we have some supplies and water and cooking area over here. And then on the front side of this set here, you guys can see we have another chair for them to hang out with. We have the table that R2 beats Chewbacca at. The little chess game that they have. Pretty cool build all in all as far as like what comes with this set. So the next part is obviously we're going to be going through the Dark Millennium Falcon. It is definitely a lot sleeker. Majority of the builds is exactly the same, like I said, but on the back we have the red hyperdrive engines. We have the stickers on the top, which is actually using a different piece, and it's using full stickers instead of partial stickers. Obviously, we have the swivel turrets on the top and the bottom again. We have the Death Star beam on top instead of a radar dish, so more weaponry, so pretty cool. Got the red cockpits. And obviously a lot of these accent colors have been changed from gray to black and from blue or like gray to a darker red color. Opening up the front of the set here, you guys can see we have the 2 beds from the back of the original Falcon moved here. And then we have a like an Emperor type command chair here with a large console of stickers, as you guys can see right here. There is a place for Luke to have his surfboard, which is pretty interesting because I never would have pegged him for a surfer. Moving on to the back of this ship, there is a difference with this that I actually really like that I just noticed. So we have the red hyperdrive, we have a prison for Darth Vader because he's a Jedi. We have the seats from the old chess table, and it's being replaced with a game console like a PS5, and stickers on that, and a phone on the floor, and a TV here in the corner. And obviously we have a bunch of water and more supplies over here in like the kitchen hangout area from the old Millennium Falcon. Now, the one thing I did notice that I really appreciate about this new Falcon is not only did they include parts that prevent these from flapping out, the build pieces that they used to attach the old Falcon versus these, they actually used a black like lightsaber pole, is what I'm going to call it, to slide into this Technic piece here to keep it in place. While as the old Falcon actually had it used one of those old hinge joints, and it's just not the most secure connection. I find that this new one is probably going to last a lot longer, and those hinge joints probably won't break. So overall, which one, and obviously the cockpits are exactly the same as well, just different colors. Honestly, I'll tell you this right now, I think the Dark Falcon, in my opinion, being that it's so new and the design and the colors are so different. I am definitely more intrigued and interested in this set than I am the Millennium Falcon. I think the Falcon is good. Unfortunately for me, I just think that the Millennium Falcon is been made so many times, and there's not much innovation on the set itself. Over the 3 or 4 generations of Falcon that we do have, this is probably the penultimate build minus the UCS one. But I really feel like leaning into the less ordained or weirder side of things is where Lego exceeds. So in this book, the Dark Falcon definitely has the original beat. And I'm hoping that this continues to have a lot more of an interesting trend on the inside of Lego sets going forward. But obviously, this could be a one-off, and then we're going to go right back to normal stuff. So, if you want something more crazy and wild, the Dark Side Falcon build is definitely for you. If you want something more like lenient and normal for a mock or a build, the classic Millennium Falcon is definitely something you should be looking at. Now, figures. On my right, your left, we have the Rebuild the Galaxy figures. On my left, your right, we have the Star Wars Episode 9 Return of the Jedi figures. We're going to go for the figures in the last Skywalker set, and then we'll go on to the Rebuild the Galaxy set, and then we'll get into the final thoughts of these builds and finally hash out which one is the best. We got C-3PO in here. We have the Rebel. I don't remember his name, honestly. A pretty forgettable character, but definitely a cool build for getting a custom helmet mold for the character, or like head. I don't think this has been ever used in any other set since. Obviously, they could still reuse it at any time, but I believe this is the only Rodan type figure. Not Rodan. I'll put his species on screen because I am honestly not sure what he is. We have Lando with his beautiful cape on the front and the back. We have Dio, a robot introduced into that show and quickly used kind of like Baby Yoda to be the big marketing kick for the movie. We have R2-D2, we have Chewbacca, and then we have Finn with a pouch bag. These figures are kind of, besides Lando and Dio, the rest of the figures are kind of a wash. Finn is definitely really cool. The custom alien is definitely like a reason to buy the set, but there's nothing in this set that's really screaming at you saying, you have to buy this. These figures are awesome, one of a kind of like the Knights of Ren was released along the same time as this set. I just think that the only reason you're buying this is for Lando, because the last Lando figure I think was like was the classic Lando with the last Millennium Falcon, with the white and blue one, I think was before this. So, not a huge draw on the figures. It was kind of just buy a Falcon to get one if you didn't already have one. I mean, the figures are cool. They're just kind of mid. Obviously, if you don't have them, get them. But at this point, we've already had several Finns. We've had dozens of Chewbacca's and Yoda and R2s and C-3POs. Not a huge reason to buy this set besides the new alien piece and Lando. And the custom Dio model at the time, which now comes in other sets as well. So, not looking great for the classic Falcon, I'll be honest, guys. All right, guys, so jumping into the Dark Falcon figures, we have Jedi Vader with his blue lightsaber. Pretty cool of a character nonetheless, right there. Very strong. We have Dark Rey with her double lightsaber. That's like a double flip saber. We have Darth Jar Jar with a holocron or like a communicator in his hand. We have Surfer Luke with his blue milk. We have Bounty Hunter C-3PO with a black arm and arm printing on both sides, which is definitely an up on this C-3PO. And did I forget to mention that this set's only $10 more? And we have Darth Dev, which is a custom or like a unique figure just to the Rebuild the Galaxy series, while as these characters have appeared in other variations, but not to this extent, which is why I'm going to tell you right now, the Dark Falcon figures are a slam dunk across the board. One reason in particular, we have a white Darth Vader, which is usually a custom thing we see in the aftermarket. Who knows when we are going to get an actual Lego licensed or official Rey or Dark Rey figure like this, unless they made a duel on the Death Star 2 again. I don't think we would ever see this figure at all. They had a chance several years ago and they just didn't do it. Darth Jar Jar has been a meme for years, and the fact that Lego finally embraced it is awesome. And the fact that we get a $10 more expensive set and we get a C-3PO with arm printing, I find crazy. I find that absolutely like a slap in the face when 5-6 years ago we were never going to get a C-3PO like that unless it was like a really expensive set, and now for a somewhat decent expensive set, comparable price wise to something that's already been released, we have just objectively better figures, which shows me that Lego can definitely improve the quality of the figures across the board. It probably is just a matter of time, but obviously this is the winner on the figures front, hands down. Write to me in the comments if you think I'm wrong. So I think it's about this time we move into my final thoughts, and I'm not even gonna make it like a secret. I think the Dark Falcon is just better. I think that it's taken a lot of time for Lego to make a figure or a set that actually is unique and new for Star Wars. I think there's a lot of stuff that they've made over the past couple of years that are really cool, from Ahsoka to Mandalorian to any of the newer themes. But the Dark Falcon takes something that we've had several times before it and fills it with new life and makes it something that everyone within the theme generally could want. I really feel like Lego needs to seize on this aspect of their creation and run with it with a ton of the other sets that they've released. I think that if that means that they need to make their own series and their own MCU style world, so to speak, with like Lego shows and movies, I think they absolutely need to do more of this. This has always been where Lego thrives, and obviously making the movie creations that we love is really cool. But the Lego has always been a lot cooler thing. Like the old Lego movie sets that used to come out, like the Statue of Liberty, and all those other customs, or all those like unique brand only specific Lego stuff, or like City or Monkey Kid, those builds, Ninjago, are all a lot cooler because they are not anywhere else. It's an in-house Lego theme, and those in-house brands that we all miss, like Knights, are always just going to be better. And I feel like Lego should, just like Hasbro has the freedom to make the sets they want like this, they should definitely lean into that. Instead of picking a TIE Fighter or an X-Wing, do stuff that they want to do. Obviously, they have to pick a part of the market that they can extract money out of so they remain profitable, but they should have a line at all times of Star Wars or any of their brands like Harry Potter or Marvel or Icons that is like, they should always have a section of like 1 or 2 sets per theme that is like the experimental bunch that they take an idea and a concept and they flip it on its head and see how the entire populace relates to it, or how it sells. I feel like they'll find that something like this or something unique of a theme will sell incredibly well, compared to, rinsing and repeating things we've already seen. But obviously, I'd love to hear what you guys have to say down in the comments. As always, I've been Bearded Bricks. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. Don't forget to like, subscribe to see all my future videos. And as always, I've been Bearded Bricks. I'll see you guys in the next one.